The F-16 Fighting Falcon, one of the world's most famous fighter jets. It first flew nearly 50 years ago. Many nations still rely on it for air power. In 2024 and 2025, Ukraine began to receive F-16s from NATO partners. These jets aren't the newest models, but they received a secret, powerful upgrade before entering the war zone, a focused enhancement to their electronic warfare systems. It gives Ukrainian pilots a better chance against sophisticated Russian air defenses. It changes the calculus for Russian pilots and mission planners. This is how data and software turn an older jet into a more formidable opponent. Not to fly faster or carry more bombs, but to fly smarter. The war in Ukraine is a constant battle of electronic signals. Radars try to find planes. Missiles use signals to lock onto targets. Jammers try to blind those radars and missiles. Ukraine's F-16s received new software to understand and react to this invisible battlefield. Russia wasn't prepared for the level of sophistication these jets would bring. Even a small number can now have significant tactical impact. They create temporary windows of safety for other aircraft. And for troops on the ground, complicating Russian operations. The core lies in a threat library, a digital database inside the jet's computer. It stores detailed data on enemy systems. Sensors detect signals, and software compares them to the library. A match tells the pilot exactly what threat they're facing. It could be a Russian Su-35's radar, or an S-400 surface-to-air missile system. Knowing the threat enables effective, often automated responses. Jamming to disrupt hostile radar, flares to confuse heat seekers, maneuvers to put the missile at a disadvantage. Ukraine's jets received a very advanced version of this capability. The impact is significant. Higher survivability is critical when numbers are limited. It forces more caution. Uncertainty becomes a weapon. By mid-2025, NATO partners had pledged at least 85 F-16s to Ukraine, a critical step in building new aerial capability. The Netherlands promised 24 and delivered all by May 2025. Denmark committed 19 and sent at least 12 by February 2025. Norway reportedly delivered 14, more than double its initial pledge. Belgium promised 30 more, due by 2028. A strong signal of long-term support, a significant investment in Ukraine's defense posture. Not all airframes are for combat. At least 18 Dutch jets are for training. Ukrainian pilots learn the aircraft at the Romanian Training Center. Some airframes supply vital spare parts. The US confirmed disused F-16s for parts only. A $25.9 million DoD contract funds long-term servicing and manuals. The most critical upgrade wasn't hardware. It was software. Built by an elite US Air Force unit. The 68th Electronic Warfare Squadron, the BATS, based at Eglin, part of the 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing. Their mission: dominate the electromagnetic spectrum. They develop, test, and deliver code that boosts lethality and survivability, writing the software to win the invisible war. Highly classified and fundamental. Ukraine's jets carried an unfamiliar EW system, not in US inventory. The team started from scratch, under a 2-week deadline. They collaborated abroad and produced a best-ever mission data file. A rapid success that delivered vital capability and ongoing reprogramming support. Danish F-16s to Ukraine featured Terma pylons for jammers and countermeasures, integrated with the jet's self-protection suite for coordinated defense. At the core, Terma's ALQ-213 Electronic Warfare Management Unit. It fuses radar warnings, missile alerts, jammers, flares, and chaff. Modular, programmable, and designed for rapid software upgrades. Proven across platforms, from P-8A and NH-90 to Taiwan's F-16V and Danish F-16s. Familiar in Europe, unfamiliar to US squadrons, hence the challenge. The hardware provides capability. Software makes it effective. The 68th wrote a tailored mission data file to work seamlessly with Terma gear. Their rapid reprogramming laid the groundwork for continuous updates. The mission data file is the jet's digital shield, a classified library of Russian radars, missiles, and aircraft signatures. It identifies, categorizes, and prioritizes threats in fractions of a second, then recommends, or triggers, the optimal counter. Chaff can create false targets against radar-guided threats. Flares draw off heat seekers. The system can even cue evasive maneuvers. Adversaries hop frequencies and change modes. Threat libraries must be updated. Ukraine is now an official FMS case, enabling ongoing reprogramming from real combat feedback. The threat library is powered by a massive US and NATO intelligence effort. High-tech aircraft operate in international airspace, especially over the Black Sea. Long-endurance drones collect ELINT for hours at a time. They record emissions from radars, comms, and weapon systems. Manned platforms like the RC-135 act as flying listening posts. Maritime patrol aircraft add critical data from the littorals. Near-daily flights have built a vast, growing library of Russian signatures, frequencies, pulse patterns, and flight profiles for missiles, air defenses, and aircraft. Potentially even cues to find stealthy targets or degrade top-tier SAMs. This data advantage is among the most significant and least visible forms of support. Even with advanced EW, the environment is dangerous. Russia targets air bases with long-range strikes. Ukraine's major bases have been hit repeatedly. Ukraine disperses F-16s into small, mobile groups, using lesser-known fields and even prepared highway sections. Mobility makes ground kills far harder. New truck-mounted complexes create mobile air bases, built with support from the Comeback Alive Foundation and national partners. Mission planning, rest, testing, and loading on the move. Software updates can likely be deployed from these mobile nodes. Still, numbers matter. Ukraine lacks enough jets for air superiority. It will take years to produce sufficient, fully proficient crews. The electronic warfare upgrade is a major boost for Ukraine's Air Force. It increases survivability and creates new tactical problems for Russia. It proves how critical information and software have become in modern conflict. But it is not a magic bullet. Ukraine still needs more jets and more pilots, and a constant commitment to keeping digital defenses a step ahead. Smarter skies don't guarantee victory, but they can shape the fight. If you found this useful, like and subscribe for more on military tech and strategy.